Hello, I'm DeathSeeker512, and in today's video, I will be showing you, well, actually, no, this is going to be the start of my Java tutorial series. Now, many of you probably already have Java installed, but there are other of you who don't. So, you know, first thing you need to do is install Java. But if you just install Java and not the JDK, you're still going to have to watch this. Uh, so go to oracle.com. I will post a link to this in the description. And if you go over to downloads and Java for developers and you click that, it's going to take you to this page. Now, what you want to install is the Java Platform or JDK 7U21. So this is version 7 update 21. And so you can click this, which will take you to here. And accept the license and actually read the license, just so you know what you're actually getting into. And download the appropriate JDK for your computer. So if you're using Windows, you're at the bottom. Sorry, but it's the W. Anyway, if you're using a 32-bit Windows, use the Windows X86. I know it's a higher number than the 64, but it is 32-bit and not 64-bit. So if you're in Windows 32-bit, download this one. If you're in Windows 64-bit, download this and install it. And then you're going to have to add the location of the bin folder into your path variable. I can't show you how to do that on here, so you're going to have to watch like another video to figure out how to actually set up the JDK. I'm sorry for that, but I cannot run Windows under this because my computer is super slow and it would just take way too long. Anyways, if you are using Linux, well, there's this. Mac as well, and Solaris. However, also if you're using Linux, you might end up having to use the, well, actually, if you like install Java through the terminal, which I hope you know how to install stuff on the terminal. It'd be terrible if you didn't. All you have to do is just install it with the commands, or go to the software thingy for Ubuntu, and you're probably going to get what was it? I don't even use it anymore. It's OpenJDK. Now it's essentially the same thing. Actually, 99% of the code, pretty much, is the same as Java with some minor changes, I guess. Anyways, you're probably going to have to get the OpenJDK. How? Okay. So install it, like it's probably going to be like let's see here. You're probably just going to have to do that, or if you are in Ubuntu. That, and then, anyways, you all probably know. Now, the next thing that we're going to be having to get is Eclipse. Well, you don't have to get Eclipse. In fact, you can use IntelliJ or NetBeans, but I'm going to be using Eclipse, and so that's what I recommend because it's my personal choice. Now, I haven't tried the other two, but Eclipse is the one I've always used, and I like it. Anyway, so once you get into Eclipse, and the link will also be in the description, you want to go to downloads. Now, if this isn't in the correct operating system that you're using, you just want to simply change it. If you're Windows, obviously use Windows. You can do Eclipse Classic, or you can do Eclipse IDE for Java developers. I don't know which one is installed on mine as it is. But with Eclipse, you can use it for like Java, and C++. But make sure you get like Eclipse Classic or Eclipse IDE for Java developers. If you are Windows 32-bit, of course, do this one 64-bit. However, I'm in Linux, and my internet just crashed. Or, well, not so much crashed as much as I got disconnected. Anyways, I'll just keep that closed. It automatically connects anyway. Anyway, you'll have to refresh once you get connected back to the internet, and then click the correct one that you're supposed to download. Of course, also if you're in Linux, you don't really have to do this. Like 90, no, I'm 100% sure that Arch Linux has it. I don't know about any of the other ones, but Arch Linux is where it's at. So you know. Anyways, and then just click this. You know, it's pretty reliable. And then install it. I assume you guys know how to install it, and that was not supposed to close. Anyways, and then also if you're going to start developing in Java, you want to have this like bookmarked or something, because this is all of the APIs that come with Java, and there is a lot of them. Anyways, and also this link will be in the description. So now that you have everything installed, and actually I need to install it, and then Eclipse, and Shift Y, and I already had it installed, so now it's just reinstalling it. Yeah, it's terrible. Anyways, if you've watched any of my other videos, you'd notice that quite a bit has changed, and quite a bit has changed. Like, I actually have desktop icons now, and this taskbar thing, which has, yeah, a lot's changed, people. A lot's changed. And now it's loading package files. So I'll be back after it's done, and I'm back, and it's done. No, it did not take me 20 minutes. Anyways, so now I am. This should have updated. There we go. And because the icon was the link was already there, you know. So now, of course, open up Eclipse, and wait for it to open. Now the prompt it gives is going to ask, where do you want your project directory to be? And well, I'm going to manually specify it, but for you guys, it could be anything you want, as long as it's the same thing I've got. No, I'm joking. So I'm gonna hit browse, and that gives me to my home directory. If you don't know what the home directory is, see if you're on Windows, then it is the same directory as like my well, as if you go to like program files, users, and then your name or whatever it is, it'd be that. So I'm going to create a new folder, and this is going to be called Java Projects. Now inside the Java Projects folder, I'm going to create another one, and this is where the tutorials for, well, this entire tutorial series is going to be at. So this is going to be and you know, Java tutorials, it works. And okay. And then hit OK again. Now if you're wondering why everything's dark, well, why that was dark, well, if I open something, say like the file manager I've got, if you don't know what file manager is, it's like Explorer or just Windows file manager. It just makes it to where you can see the documents. Anyways, everything's dark on my computer because that's, you know, how I have it set. So a lot of these colors that you're about to see, it will look different for you, but don't worry, it's not that I have a specific theme installed, it's that I have, you know, my entire thing's dark. However, I will be changing up the sides just to make it to where it blends with my theme. That way it doesn't look like the crap it's going to look like now. So I'm going to create a new, well, actually, project, and then, well, file, new Java project. And so this will create a project folder specific to the Java language. And so it opens up a thing like this. I don't really like the way this person did this GTK theme, because this kind of blends in. It makes it really hard to see. But anyways, next to project name, give it a name. So I guess YouTube tutorials. And then you can choose your own specific execution environment. So Java, it's got, you can do any of these, like Java 1.2. Anyway, I'm going to stick to Java SE, which is standard edition 1.7. And I'm just going to hit finish. Leave everything rather default. We're now just going to create a folder which is src, which stands for source, and then it's going to have like certain things also. As soon as it updates. Come on, we can do this. I'll be back whenever it gets done. And it's being like that to me. Click this, double click you. Oh, that's my issue. Close you. Click the X on you. And voila! I'm sorry about that. Anyway, so my own personal preference is because I have such a tiny screen to move outline underneath here. That way it looks like so. And everything looks like crap. Which is why I like to, customize it a bit. So I'm going to hit window and then preferences and set up all the preferences I want. So general, you can change the appearance of it. I'm still going to use GTK. However, I think the default theme, whatever. Anyways, and then you can change the colors, the fonts, and all of that. Might take a while to do so, but you can. And wait, I have like C++ already installed. You don't have to do that. Well, yeah, you don't have to do that. Okay, so under the Java tab, go to code style, and then click the arrow next to that, and click formatter. And so this is where I'm going to have it. Oh boy. Anyway, so I'm going to click edit. I'm going to rename the name to custom, and again, the sound is never going to be just synced with me. Anyway, custom, and then white space. Actually, indentation. I'm going to change it from tabs only to spaces only. That way, it only has spaces, and it'll look the same no matter who's viewing the source on whatever machine. So if there's spaces, because tabs are actually different depending on somebody's thing. So some people's tabs might be 4 spaces, other people's might be 8, and so on. So if you have it set to spaces, it'll be the same thing on everybody's. So after that, I am going to go to line wrapping. I'm going to change line wrapping to well, that's anyways, from 80 to 800, just to make sure that it will not wrap. I'm not very fond of the wrapping at all. Let's see here, and I gotta stop saying Anyway, I will insert a new line before an if, an else if, an else, and an if. Actually, I'm just gonna have all these check marked. Keep simple if on one line. Let's. Anyways. And okay. Then line wrapping, comments. Don't care about the comments right now. New lines. I'm gonna add a new line. Well. I guess after a label. at the end of the file. Let's see here. There's one in particular I'm trying to find. There. Statements within a switch body. That way it's got switch, case, break. And I'll go through what each of these means. Except maybe not that one. Oh. Anyways. Sorry about that. I'm going to hit OK. And then I'm going to go to code style. Or, wow. I'm at cleanup. I'm going to edit this as well. And I am going to change this to custom as well. CUSTOM. And set all of these to how I like it. Now, just because this is the way how I like it doesn't mean that you have to have it set the same way. There's not really that many oh, it's not like I ever use this anyway. Anyway, not everybody has the same way of how they like it. But, you know, hey, since this is a tutorial thing, I might as well show you how to do the hello. No, I'm not. Never mind, because that's actual coding, and this has nothing to do with coding yet. Or at least programming. So, that's it.